What is going on, guys? I'm Director Nat, back for another reaction, and today we are checking out The Owl House Season 2, Episode 9. I believe this episode is called Eclipse Lake, and I am really excited to get to this one in particular for several reasons. One is because based on some of the comments I saw for last episode, it seems that this was the episode that people originally speculated was going to be like Luz and Amity's first date, or them confessing their feelings, which we actually ended up getting last episode, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got at least something like that. And what does the aftermath of the last episode have to be? I mean, King got new powers, Ida can become Harpy Ida, Luz and Amity officially became a couple, Hootie was feeling really good about all of that. So I imagine that seeing all of the characters' reactions to everything that happened last episode will be pretty interesting, to say the least. I've caught a few images of this episode, so I know that the Golden Guard is going to be here, so I'm really excited to see how that plays out. I know he's going to share some kind of scene with Amity. And I saw a shot of all the characters standing together in the Owl House, which I'm really excited because I like whenever all the characters get together, and I've been wanting to see Willow and Gus again. And since we're approaching the mid-season finale, I'm wondering how close we are to the Day of Unity, because I've been wondering if this season might be like a Gravity Falls situation. You know, Gravity Falls had this big plot line and mystery that was building up for a while, and then they kind of had a big mid-season 2 finale where a lot of things come to a head, and then there was the series finale later after that. So maybe we'll be getting the Day of Unity soon, maybe we'll have to wait until the end of the season, but either way I'm excited because going into this episode already feels like going into a mid-season finale, and we're not even at that point yet. And let's see if I can keep track of everything that's been going on so far. So we learned more about Hunter a few episodes ago, we know more about Bellows, we know about Philip Wittebane, and now Luz is able to get more information on his history thanks to Amity's help. I hope we're gonna get a flashback on him at some point. King has new powers, that mysterious demon who looks like him is out there somewhere, so we have to be getting that episode at some point. Ida has a new connection with the Owlbeast. Luz and Amity are together. Luz still needs to build her own talisman at some point. Some people have been thinking that she and Amity might do it at the same time. There's a lot more than that, I'm sure, but it would take forever for me to try to list everything that's going on. Like, I have to give major props to the writers for including all of this great stuff in the season, but because of their shorter runtime, managing to fit it all in a way that works. I can only imagine like what their boards look like in the writer's room. It must be pretty stressful, but hopefully they're having fun too. Well guys, I think we've waited long enough, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. Oh, Grimwalker? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's happening, it's happening. Okay, really quick before we get into this, a lot of people were speculating earlier once they saw that the door had been fixed that maybe for a moment there would now be a connection to the human world, and suddenly all of Luz's texts would go through and her mom would see all of her messages at once and be like freaking out. So, and given the fact that there is Dark Luz or Creepy Luz, which I somehow forgot to mention, I'm just going to warn you that if we're already at this point, I'm going to probably be pausing the episode a lot to talk, so just be ready for that. I know I'm not. Oh.
Well, that was a ripoff.
Shoo.
Oh.
Would you like to see how it works, Hunter?
I didn't mean to hide, Emperor Bellows.
Ah!
I am at your service, Emperor Bellows.
I didn't mean to hide, Emperor Bellows.
We found every piece of the door, but without the power of the real key, it refuses to open.
Is it true that rain doesn't boil in the human realm?
It is. You know, I've been there before. Did I ever tell you that?
Huh?
The trees there are green, nights are quiet. I look forward to seeing it again. Are you spying on me just to hear these boring stories?
The operation at the knee. Why did you switch me out with Kikimora?
Everyone has a use, Hunter. Kikimora has her intricate little plans. The scouts carry out orders. And you, well, the Titan has big plans for you. And it would be such a hassle to find a replacement. So you can be useful by staying safe in the castle.
If this is punishment for failing my last mission, I swear I can do better.
Good night, Hunter.
Okay, so much to process. One, there's still the theory that Bellows either is Philip Wittebane or is maybe like a descendant or knew him or something. we see what Velos looks like now. He's not nearly as old and decrepit as I expected him to be, but it seems that the curse, I presume he has had an effect on him. And I guess we can get a little more into his motives now. Like, maybe that's his desire. Maybe he, has an appreciation for the human world, things that we have that even the Boiling Isles doesn't have, the fact that it's safer, and all that stuff. So maybe he's, trying to unify the realms for a good reason, or at least to steal some things that the human world has. And his relationship with Hunter is so interesting, especially when we see his mask off. Is like, he's very nice, but he's also very passive aggressive and reserved, with giving warmth to Hunter and kind of manipulating him. So yeah, Velos is very interesting, and wow, without his mask. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this episode. Oh, what's he got in mind? Bum ba da 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 dum ba ba da 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 dum ba ba da da dum ba da 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 dum ba da 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 dum bum bum ba bum bum ba da 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 ba da 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 dum.
Hootie, what's your status?
The perimeter's secure. Nothing's getting past me.
Good. Clean up that mess. Have you gathered the supplies? Yes.
Ooh.
Ida was rummaging through our basement and gave us some soothing human noises.
That's great. Wait, Ida's still here? Huh?
What?
I'm just learning how to turn into Harpy Ida on command.
You gotta take some lessons from Kipo. Herbs in, herbs out. Herbs in, herbs out. Also questions. 1, where's Luz right now? What is she doing? 2, what is Amity planning? First off, I love that Amity has taken on the role of organizer. That is perfect for her. She's a very good leader, but are they like planning some kind of attack? Is it just some kind of trip? And they are really building up to her and Luz being in the same scene again, which is like, it makes me excited and nervous to see what their reactions are going to be like now, but let's keep going.
This looks ancient.
What? No, it's only 30 years old. I remember seeing this in theaters.
Yes, you're old. Who cares?
Oh man, I'm only 23, but even I am starting to get to the point where things that don't seem as long ago to me are actually 30 years ago. Like, how can this show like make me so giddy and feel like a little kid yet still make me feel old at the same time? That's how you know it's doing something right.
Chill, bossy boots. Everything's fine.
Does this seem fine to you?
Whoa! It's like I have snakes for arms.
Please. She just has the common mold. It's harmless.
But she's a human. We have no idea how it'll affect her.
If I hit the portal key, would I return to the human realm?
I am not giving this back until you're better, okay?
Oh my god. Are we basically gonna get like Luz's equivalent to a drunk Adora? Which I don't know if that's the exact name for it, but if you've seen She-Ra and the Princess of Power, you know what I'm talking about. That so. Oh my god, this episode is on a roll. I love it, and we're not even 4 minutes in. Oh.
You got it. And today, I'll show Luz that I am an awesome girlfriend.
Feels like just a few months ago, you almost got her dissected by your crazy principal.
That is true. Not just saying GF now, saying girlfriend. And I like this little detail. Like, that's one of my little nitpicks of the series, is that even though Lilith was Amity's mentor, we've never like really seen them in scenes together apart from episode 5 in season 1. But we're kind of seeing Lilith's effect on her. She is kind of acting the way Lilith would in this situation. And yeah, King is right. Like, these two have come so far. And
That was a few months ago.
Luz! Mouse! Philip diary entry!
Huh? We're getting everything!
5 years, I have finally found it. A power source so potent it can pierce through realms. Titan's blood. There are old tales of lakes reflecting green trees.
Eclipse Lake.
Eclipse Lake.
I have to go to Eclipse Lake!
Luz, no, you are not well.
She is shockingly strong.
All right, Luce. Me and King.
That's adorable and sad.
Willow, Goops, watch over Luce. She thinks she has snakes for arms.
Oh, did I hear Ida call Gus Goops? That's a nice little detail that they brought back. And also, so I guess that's going to be Amity's problem this episode, is that she's now so enthusiastic about having something really good that she's wanted for a long time that she's now going to kind of take it overboard, which totally makes sense for her, especially if Lilith was her mentor. Lilith kind of tends to take things overboard too, but yeah, guys, this episode is like everything so far.
Hey, Steve! Jump over that chasm.
Steve!
Shoulder pads for Steve.
All right, Hunter.
Why do you keep following me? I slip in with this disguise, find the Titan blood before Kiki, I give it to Bellows. Boom! I'm useful again.
Ma'am, is everything all right?
I just thought I heard an annoying voice.
The owl lady and her dog. And is that the youngest blight?
This place is crawling with tools.
Okay, on the one hand, I would like to see more of Luz and Amity together, but on the other hand, having an episode where Luz actually sits it out and we get to have Amity as the focus and her interacting with characters that she doesn't get to interact with as often. Oh, wow. So, Luz's new girlfriend going up against basically Luz's new brother.
Luce is counting on me. I mean, us.
New plan. They can lead us to. Oh, hey!
A coven scout!
Yes! I am but a humble scout, and I surrender.
Don't you recognize that annoying voice?
Why does everyone say that?
Ooh.
The Golden Guard? He is a lot scrawnier than I imagined.
Did I do it? Did I go into Harpy mode?
No, you just screamed hoot and ran headfirst into a wall of ice.
Go on, fire it. Maybe the adrenaline will kick in and bam, Harpy Ida.
Sounds perfectly safe.
Wait!
No, wait! You forget it! I already tried it! It's magnetically sealed!
Put that thing away, you're gonna get us all killed!
These walls are made from the veins of the Titan. Any magic you shoot will bounce right back at you.
Oh, you must be fun at parties.
I mean, I've never been to a party, so big surprise.
Hey, King, how about you use your new powers to echolocate the lake?
Okay.
Can he do that? Wow. Wham is literally his power now.
Those two are definitely gonna get us caught.
Us? There is no us. Now keep walking.
We're not gonna make Luce listen to 24 hours of whale noises. What even is a whale? I am a whale, an endangered mammal. Hug me. It's human music, and it's soothing.
Human music. I like it.
Will you guys please be quiet? What if we played them at the same time?
Okay, I like that we get to at least see a little of Willow, Gus, and Hootie.
A beat-up blonde with no magical powers. She called him, and these are her words, a bad but sad boy.
If I ever see that human again.
Watch it. Stop talking like we're a team.
We might as well be. The owl lady and her pet have nothing at stake, unlike us.
You have no idea what you're talking. You have no...
Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Stay back!
Wait, he can actually read that?
But what doesn't look good?
Seems clear to me. Come back with results, or else you can figure out the rest.
No, that's too
Won't
literal.
make that kind of threat. I'm an awesome girlfriend.
Has she told you that? We have a lot in common, Blight. We're both trying to show what we can bring to the table. And we can't fail. Because there's nothing worse than disappointing someone who thinks you're special.
This is an interesting twist. Like, I mean, I'm very glad that they've established they're not going to do like a love triangle or anything that's played out, but it's kind of interesting because, you know, I thought that if there was to be something at least similar to that, you know, Luz would be the common denominator, like her relationship with the Golden Guard and then her relationship with Amity, but it's kind of interesting that they took the approach of Amity maybe being the common denominator, or like her and Luz both sharing that. What am I even saying?
Why didn't you wait for our signal?
We don't have time to play around. We are getting that Titan blood.
Oh, her and Kiki Mora making mistakes?
Little mouse, owl house, frilly blouse, boop.
More.
My journey to Eclipse Lake has been a success, and yet a tragic failure. The tunnels were filled with a substance known as fool's blood. I was lucky to get out alive. My companions were not.
Oh! Does this mean that Philip Woodbane is Belos? Because remember, Belos specifically said that our family is gone because of wild magic. So could this be his backstory? He went in there trying to get home, but he got cursed and people he cared about got killed because of it, which is why he hates wild magic and is so hesitant to use it. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but, you know, we gotta work with the theories we have.
These two are train whistles in a thunderstorm and soothing opera screaming.
Oh no.
I gotta reach Amity.
Yeah, about that. Oh no.
Is this Titan's blood?
But Eclipse Lake is farther ahead.
Who cares? We did it! Stop! That's fool's blood.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
Oh, Ida, you're about to make a mistake, aren't you? Ida, you gotta fly.
Take me with you!
Yoo-hoo! Golden Guard!
At least untie me so I can escape! Please. I don't want to be replaced.
Fine.
Now...
Oh, man.
Don't sweep the leg. It's not worth it.
I get to Eclipse Lake before anyone. Bye!
And again, tying into my theory that Golden Guard and Ida are both descendants of Philip Woodbane, is that they both do that bye, or it could just be something they have in common.
Would you look at this, Captain?
Oh no.
We found our little fire starter.
What should we do with the girl?
Oh, I don't care.
Well, considering that her parents are the ones who made these for you, you might want to consider that a little more.
Did you come with anyone else, or... Ugh, this is boring.
Oh, that should be helpful.
Albert's knocked out, so we can't fly.
Oh!
Okay, I'll try. What? You want to make a deal? Wait, I don't know if I can. Okay, I'll do it. Just change now. Aha! Yes!
What did you promise to do?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no.
Huh?
Wink.
Guess minecart chases are a lot more dangerous than video games make them seem.
Oh. Oh.
Why are you digging?
Oh, it's simple, really. Belos needs Titan blood to make a new portal key. Can't get to the human realm without it.
There's blood in the key?
Can't go back empty-handed. Long story short, this is my grave.
Oh.
Want me to make you one too?
Figure that would happen.
Everyone has a use, and if you don't, bye-bye. Your friend gets it.
What's he talking about?
Luce has been sending me these strange human codes. This one seems pretty clear. You are rad. Fool's blood bad. You okay? Come home?
Oh!
Of course. This is Luce we're talking about.
He's trying to help you.
I grew up thinking that everything was an opportunity to justify existing. But there are people out there who won't make you feel worthless. You just have to let yourself meet them.
No.
Now, come on.
Yeah, this is a really cool arc. Amity used to be a lot like him, you know, trying to live up to her parents' unrealistic expectations and kind of being a jerk and doing some pretty bad things because of it. But Luz eventually helped her, and then Amity found her own way as well, and now she could maybe do that for the Golden Guard. Oh, I love how things come full circle.
Your staffs are weird.
I love this music though. Oh my god. Look at this animation. This is awesome.
Really want to help? Then give me that key!
Oh no.
If this continues, he'll probably escape. But here's the thing. We know where to find you. And you're human. So just hand over the key.
That is true.
Fine. Just stay away from Luz.
Appreciate it.
Don't.
I, mean that, too.
What the? Oh, common mold.
I gotta find everyone! No! Listen! Have the others returned?
Got into harpy mode, and now I can't get out.
She also ate like 9 voles on the way home.
Oh.
I had to keep up my end of the bargain.
Oh, okay.
Amity! I'm so glad my awesome girlfriend is okay. Me too.
No king hug? What is this? You were a swindler and a thief!
Come here, buddy.
Oh.
I regret this!
We might be okay.
Huh? Wait. Oh.
You stuck with me the whole time, Humbert. I think I understood that. Is that your name? Can you say other things?
Wow. So I guess you can understand Palismans more the more you bond with them. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, that was a lot to process. That was the Owl House Season 2, Episode 9, Eclipse Lake. That was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful episode. Oh my god. I know this video is already going to be so long because of how many times I paused to talk, but let's go through everything one at a time because I don't want to skip over anything. So we started off the episode with Bellows, like in his workshop with the portal. I caught a little bit of the blueprints at the beginning before I started reacting to the episode, so I was wondering if that might be what we get, but we got even more than I expected. We finally saw Bellows without his mask on, and I expected him to look a lot older or be more damaged, but apart from that scar and, you know, some general aging, he actually doesn't look that bad. So we get to see a new side of his personality and how he talks to Hunter because we can actually see some emotion on his face. So wow. And again, a lot of people have been theorizing that he either is Philip Whittabane or has some kind of connection to him. So if that is the case, we seem to get more hints throughout the episode. We learned a little more about Philip's history, how he went to Eclipse Lake, but something went wrong while he was there. So that could be the tragic element of Bellows' backstory that made him hate wild magic so much. But he doesn't appear to be human because I think I did see his pointed ears, but I guess anything is possible. And wow, this was a really great episode for Hunter too. Like, he hasn't, you know, started switching sides yet, but he is, you know, becoming a better person. He's warming up to his palisman, which we might get their name next episode. He's, you know, just, you understand where he's coming from. He's just really eager to prove himself to the only family that he has and prove that he's worth something. And that was a great way for him to connect to Amity. Again, I like when characters who have learned from someone else later then have an opportunity to help someone else with that same problem, because that's how Amity used to be. She was honestly even more cold and detached than the Golden Guard was. She only cared about proving how great she was and being successful and living up to her parents' unrealistic expectations. But then she met Luz, and that started to change, and that started Amity down the path to finding a new identity for herself and finally being really happy and accepting people into her life. And so now it seems she may be the one to help the Golden Guard with that, which I think is really cool. And Amity in this episode, wow, again, the characters even brought attention to it, but she's just come so far. She's so likable. She still has, that really tough edge to her when she needs to. She's like basically team leader now, keeping everybody organized. She's, there for Luz. Like that was the one detail I did notice, because the last episode Hootie just said Luz's new GF, and now they are like saying girlfriend. They say it multiple times, which is awesome. And that was an interesting and smart way to approach this episode, because now that Amity is, finally has something that she's always wanted and things are going so well for her, she feels the need to prove that she deserves it and to work to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And you can understand where that mentality comes from, because she's had to work her whole life to be as successful as she is, and she's, probably been very afraid in the past of losing things. So now that things are going well, it totally makes sense that she would feel the need to go out of her way to make sure that it stays the same and assume the worst, like she does when she reads Luz's messages. So I thought that was a cool lesson for her to learn, and I actually surprisingly like that it mostly just focuses on her. Like, we could have gotten another Luz and Amity episode, and that would have been great. I hope to see more of that, but having Luz sit on the sideline for a change and giving Amity the spotlight and giving her a chance to work alongside characters that she doesn't always get a chance to, that was awesome, and it was really cool. That's what I appreciate these writers are keeping in mind, is that these characters are important on their own, not just in their relationship to Luz. I mean, obviously Luz is the main character, and the other characters are going to work alongside her story, but they do take time to develop the characters on their own and give them something to do and to stand apart. And so I think that's just as important. But yeah, so that's all really great. And speaking of the other characters, so many great moments with them. Obviously Ida and King got more of the focus, but we still got to see a little bit of Willow, Luz, and even Hootie. Like, again, they've come really far too. Like, they used to not like Hootie very much at all, and they were uncomfortable just to be around him, and now they're all just chilling and listening to weird music and taking care of Luz together. And speaking of Luz, I know that she was sick in this episode, and that was an interesting surprise, but she was just so entertaining in those scenes. Like I said, it was kind of the equivalent to, I don't know if this is what it's called, but like drunk Adora from She-Ra and the Princess of Power, because you've seen that show, that occasionally, like, when her magic gets screwed up, like, she'll like get into this really hilarious state that's like so different from her normal personality. And so that was kind of a little bit what we got here. So that had a lot of adorable moments at the beginning, especially. Again, just to bring attention to this, can we just appreciate how well Luz and Amity's relationship has been developed to this point, how we've been waiting for it for so long, and now we get to see it, and it's just so wonderful and heartwarming, and seeing how far they come and how they make each other better. Can we just appreciate that we have this and that we get to enjoy it at least for a little while? So that is just absolutely fantastic. We also got to see Ida and King really trying to use their powers effectively, especially in Ida's case, trying to learn to master her new harpy ability. And I was kind of worried for a second when she said she had to make a deal with the Owl Beast, although it ended up being a throwaway joke. But that kind of makes me worry that going forward, like, maybe using her powers more and more could have some consequences, and maybe some of the changes could become permanent. We even got some development for Kikimora. I like how this was the common theme of the episode, is like the three big characters trying to prove themselves in some way. Hunter trying to prove himself to Bellows, same with Kikimora and their rivalry that comes because of that, and Amity trying to prove herself to Luz. And I just love seeing Hunter bond with this palisman more and more. That palisman is really adorable, and I like how it's trying to really help Hunter when he needs it. And getting to see Hunter interact with Amity, Ida, and King was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the moment where he eventually, changes sides and they can all be a team. That would be really entertaining. Because like I said, it's interesting that they chose to focus on developing Amity and the Golden Guard specifically a little more, not just having Luz be the common connection between them. They even have quite a few things in common in terms of how they were raised and what their goals were or have been. And again, I'm glad they're not doing a love triangle, but since Amity is Luz's girlfriend and the Golden Guard is basically like her brother, I'm sure that there will be some tensions over their shared relationship with Luz, so that would be hilarious and a lot of fun to see. And then we get the big climax of the episode with Amity versus the Golden Guard, and wow, that that final duel was just so perfect. Like the music, which I'm gonna have to listen to that again, and the animation were just so on point. And I've completely changed my mind on that animation style. Like it used to bother me a little bit back in some early season 1 episodes because they were still trying to figure out certain aspects of the show, and it like doesn't perfectly match the rest of the animation, but I don't even care. It just looks so good and so smooth and so powerful that whenever we do get moments like that, I just absolutely love it and can't get enough. And that was a really powerful moment at the end with Golden Guard and Amity, where she surrenders the key, which I was really worried because until we got the reveal about the blood being inside of it, that made me think that, oh no, she lost the only way back to the human world. This will create some kind of rift between her and Luz. But before we got to that, it was still cool because we see just how desperate Hunter is to please Bellows, because he even, you know, threatened to go after them at the Owl House, which that's the thing. I know that it is established that it's difficult to go after them because Ida has good security with Hootie, and they probably don't want to pick trouble if they don't have to, but still that is something that they could do at any time if they wanted to. So it was interesting to see him finally threaten Amity with that, and it also kind of represented a moment of understanding between the two, because Amity does understand why Hunter is doing this, because she used to be like him, and Hunter like did have a genuine moment of appreciation for her giving it to him because he didn't have to go back empty-handed. Kind of makes me think of that moment from episode 17 where Ida gives Lilith her ring so she doesn't have to go back to the Emperor empty-handed. It makes me think of that. But thankfully it turns out that thanks to a crack in the key, Amity got a little bit of the Titan's blood on her hands, so I guess that they have that to use for next episode, which that's the thing that a lot of other fans are fearing the moment that we have to get to, is because that's been the big question, is that if Luz does find a way to go home, what does that mean for her relationship with everyone in the Boiling Isles? You know, that'll be hard for Amity specifically now that they're together, because if they do get to a point where they figure out how to go home, well, suddenly it's like, well, is she going to be able to come back? Are we still going to be able to, you know, keep in touch? Like, will she have to leave everyone behind? So that's not going to be a fun moment to get to, but I guess it's what they have to address eventually. But let's focus on some more good stuff. That final moment where Luz has recovered and Amity comes back, and they just have that beautiful reunion, and she even hugs King. Like, I just love this found family that Luz has now, and how happy it makes everyone, and the revelation that things may indeed work out because they got some of the Titan's blood. So yeah, that was just a great way to end the episode. It makes me think of the episode of episode 17 in season 1, where everything just wrapped up so well, all the characters hanging together at the Owl House and Amity finally having a place to go. It made me feel like that again. So yeah, I just love all of this. And on another uplifting note, we got that final moment with Hunter and his palisman, who apparently he can understand now that they're developing a bond, and I hope that we learn the palisman's name next episode. So yeah, this is just, I know that there is like a lot of stuff to come. Again, that decision of whether Luz will be able to see anyone in the Boiling Eyes again when she goes home, the day of Unity, their showdown with Emperor Bellows, whether Hunter will come over to their side or not. There's a lot of stuff that is still to go down before the end of this, and so that makes me really worried, but also really excited. So for now, I'm just gonna take how amazing this episode was, how much great stuff we got, and how it ended on a really uplifting and powerful note, and I will look forward to the mid-season finale next week. And with that, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys. What did you think of this episode? What were your favorite moments? What are you speculating for the rest of the season now? How excited are you for the mid-season finale? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Also be sure to check out my other videos. It really does mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the Owl House mid-season 2 finale.